I think many brothers want to be entrepreneurs because obviously the time, location, and financial freedom. I want to go and travel to Mecca all the time and take my kids there to show them everything, to see Islamic history, to teach them how to read Quran. I want to be there actively in their life. Obviously, it's a big pull, and obviously the cool, more materialistic stuff. I think that a lot of online entrepreneurs, like crypto millionaires, they make all this money, but they have no foundation. See them just put money in a crypto pump, they get $1 million. It's the same thing with lottos. It's like they don't know how to use it. They don't know what it took to make that money. So inshallah, I'm gonna teach you principles I found in the Quran from hundreds of hours of watching business content, multiple dozens of books that I've read on business, and the multiple courses I've gone to, seminars as well, like Robert Kiyosaki Live, and my own experience owning a longboard club, like physical sales and cash to cash type of service, and as a personal brand now. For that, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sultan. I make videos for brothers who want to progress on deen and succeed in this life and inshallah in the next. So if that connects to you, subscribe inshallah and let's get on with the video. The first thing is your mindset. I think that a lot of people in the Islamic community, or it's like indirect or direct, like kind of brainwashing that money is bad and we mustn't touch it. As a Muslim, we mustn't have money. Why would we say that? Because it's not about the money. And I do think that the mindset comes from the fact that money is a scary test. If you get swamped by it, you can get completely lost in the sauce. So you have to start with a good principle, a good backbone. But if you succeed in the test, if you do make a lot of money, imagine the impact you can make. Imagine how much sadaqah you can give. Imagine how much people you can sponsor umrah trips. You can do so much with money. Why must we be the ones who are poor? The nation of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam be poor and everyone else is rich. What's the point of that? We do more good with money than anyone does. So we have to fight for this. Be okay with it. But remember, you have to remember Allah in this process, and you have to think about the bigger picture that you can do with the money. The next two principles come from the Quran, and the first one is to give just measure and weight. This is basically from 1185. Giving just measure and weight. That's just really giving value. It's giving fair fulfillment of what you said you were going to do. And that's the biggest principle that I found of all the content and all the stuff that I've read. Value. That is business. At the end of the day, all you're doing is just giving someone something for something in return. So make that thing really well done and really valuable. And I've seen this on my content. I see so many people on YouTube, they just kind of turn on the camera and they just speak. Well, no, I made the lighting pretty. I came here with passion. I came here with a pre-scripted video, pre everything, pre research, just so that you can fix the problem. So if you give a lot of value, you can see with my channel, alhamdulillah, I have such an amazing community because I don't talk fluff. I give you what you asked for. This thumbnail and title was a promise. You were supposed to get value on how to be an Islamic entrepreneur. If I spoke about freaking my crypto course, it's not gonna help. If I speak to you about what I said I was gonna speak to you about, that's value. That's why you like the video. That's why you think, maybe if I subscribe or maybe if I listen to him, I will get more value and my life will improve. That's what business is. Now, if you subtract videos to products, the same thing applies. Increase the value of your product. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves it. I feel really great right now because I know Allah is watching me and it's like I'm really trying my best to convey. Dude, it's my birthday today. It's 4:30, 5 a.m. in the morning. I woke up at 3:30. It's my birthday and I'm here to give you value, inshallah. So that's the most important thing, and that's why it's in the Quran, of course, and that's why a prophet, peace be upon him, is saying this. The next thing he says, which is really important, is to be contented with the prophet by Allah. And that's so important because when you start rising in your journey, you will become desensitized. And that's the scariest thing. That's when the test I was talking about comes to pass. Always remember Allah's blessing. It's amazing to have ambition. You should. But be grateful to Allah for where you're at. All the time. Even if you have 2 views, 1 view, anything. I don't care. Literally, I just gained 3,000 subscribers. And like, of course, I'm happy. But I'm thinking about this thing. But if you get lost in the sauce here, you're going to forget that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just granted you what you wanted. So be grateful to Him. Every single day in Salah, be grateful to Allah. All in verses 7 streams. This comes from actual business principles now. Look, I've done this my own self. I mean, I used to want to run a game club. Then I wanted to do drop shipping. Then I quit that and I wanted to do a longboard. Then I quit the longboard. I wanted to do TikTok. For the first 3, 4 months of my business journey, I literally did nothing. I failed. From January 2022 all the way to like March, April type of time, I didn't do anything really. because I kept switching, I kept changing, and it's not a bad thing. I think I did a good choice. But if you don't choose one thing, you're just gonna keep doing that. You're gonna keep switching your energy and your focus. And when I had the longboard and the TikTok, I wasn't doing well on either of them, in the sense of like as good as I could do because I was focused on both of them. I felt frustrated when I was recording because I thought, no, I only have this time. I only have Saturday because on Sunday I have to do the longboard club. It's time pressure. As a young teenager, you don't have time, you don't have bandwidth, and you don't have the skills to get two businesses up and running. To get another business up and running, you need capital, you need experience, you need employees. That's why all these other guys online are making lots of businesses. But right now, as a kid, as a teenager, I'm telling you, just choose one. It's the pain stage. People really don't tell you how difficult it's going to be. I think every video is trying to sell everyone something, and I do, but I'm telling you the truth. In my course, when I release it, inshallah, it's not going to be the be all and end all. It's gonna suck for a while. Why wouldn't it suck? You're trying to be an uncommon person. You're trying to get an uncommon result. Of course, it's gonna take a long time. It took me 2.5 years of no results. So understand that the pain stage of no results will take a while. I don't know how long it will take for you. Depends on your work rate. Depends on what you do. Depends on your pre-rated skills and talents and work. It sucked to know that I literally spent 2.5 years and I got nowhere. And then out of nowhere it just explodes. I promise it's like that. Like all the videos say, it's like that. Actually, bro, just don't underestimate it. It's gonna suck. But if you hold on to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you believe in Him, you know that He's watching you, you keep praying to Him, you keep working hard, trust me, one day it will come to pass. Allah is watching you. Don't forget that. I'm not ready. I think this is, I wouldn't say controversial, but most people won't speak about this. But in the levels of business that you're going through, you're going to get to a new point. So let's say for me, the biggest point that I needed to get to before was to build an audience. Now I have an audience. Great. Now you have to monetize the audience. Okay. Am I ready for that? I'm not ready for that. I'm not. I have mock exams coming up. I'm in grade 12. I have to do lead generation through these videos. I have to build an audience still. You want me to do a product? Breathe. There's too many things. I'm gonna explode. It's not gonna work. And me as a person, I can feel I'm not ready for that. I can barely keep every 2 3 days uploads every single day because of the value that I provide and the quality that I want to make the videos. You can see they're much longer now because I'm genuinely spitting everything I got. Because you're not good enough for that thing to do it faster, to do it with ease. One day, inshallah, in the next few months, I think making a video like this will not take me one day. It'll take me literally 30 minutes. You get so fast and you get so much better at one thing that now you have the bandwidth to focus on the other thing. Now you can hire employees because this one thing went right. So right now I'm focusing on AdSense revenue from Islamic adverts only, building the audience, lead generation. That's what I can focus on. That's what I'm on. And next stage will be monetizing through a business, and the next thing, and the next thing. Invest ruthlessly as a beginner and live broke. This is now investment fundamentals. Investing ruthlessly is something that like it's so ingrained in my mind because I heard it so long ago. I think Iman had said it in a video like 3 4 years ago, and I was just like, yeah, it makes logical sense. So basically, the process is every time you make money, you only take 20% of the money for yourself. 80% goes into investment. 70% goes into investment, and you just stack it up. Obviously without riba, but you just stack up investments. You gain passive income, and then once your passive income can pay for the life that you would like to live as a baseline standard, then you can start increasing more. And I wouldn't say stop investing. I would say once you're making the passive income that you think I can live this life with my kids, my wife, obviously that's my plan, right? My kids, my wife, me, I can live this nice lifestyle for a long time. Great. Now I can start obviously spending more, but still investing like 40 30% of what I make, even more, I would say personally. Obviously spend on cool things. I'm not saying don't, like let's say going to umrah or whatever. If you do well in your business, inshallah, and inshallah Allah invites you, bro, go. Of course, that's something I want to do, right? Living broke is also something that you got to do. Like it's really not that hard. As a Muslim, I realized that materialism is pretty garbage. Like on a real note, I used to want all the Ferraris and stuff, and I still do. Like bro, and everyone wants a Ferrari, don't lie to yourself. But it's like I don't need it because my pleasure doesn't come from that. My pleasure comes from putting my face on the ground, bro. It's calm. Like my pleasure comes from working in the morning. So I have this. It's not a big room. It's a small room, but I have a recording studio, an office, a studying space, which is the same desk. I have a sleeping space, and now I just bought a bench and dumbbells. It's gonna be my gym as well. You don't need that much space. You really don't need that much space. Habibi, it's not that difficult, honestly. I think people really fall into lifestyle inflation, but that's what wipes everyone out. It wipes all the drop shippers, wipes all the freaking crypto millionaires, and wipes all the internet influencers because they did not think that, oh, I can have a bad month in business. It's a real thing. Trust me. You know that thing everyone says where it's a bad month in business? It's a real thing. Like I remember when I first had my bad month in videos, right? Videos are like a microcosm of business, right? YouTube is that. My first time, I wasn't feeling okay. I was like, what the frick? What just happened? Like I just got zero, basically like 1,500 views in like 3 videos, and obviously I'm sounding like a little bit of a meanie, but like in comparison to the video I just did, like 11,000. Now I got 500. What happened? That can happen with money, and then you're wiped out. It's cooked. So live like that over years. And then once you get married, you can start spending, of course, more. You have to supply for your family, and you have money, right? But building that portfolio, building that financial freedom is the most important part of the whole business journey. If you don't, you'll be working a job for the rest of your life, basically. You won't get the life that you always wanted. The last thing is that all your purchases are either investments, liabilities, or expenses. This is also from Rich Dad Poor Dad, but it's more expanded. It's like everything you buy is like this. Everything. So when I spoke about my bench and my dumbbells, Habibi, that's an investment. I literally pulled out a piece of paper. I wrote why I should buy it, why I shouldn't, pros and cons, scored them all. Then I chose that I should buy it and go through with it. But the same thing happens with everything in your life. If you're not mindful of what you're spending, dude, you're just gonna spend your money. Whether it's $10 or 300 or 3,000, it's the same principle. Focus on what you're spending. You need to wipe out this belief. I think there's such a consumerist society in the West that everyone just has to buy the new clothes, the new this. It's not that cool, bro. Trust me. Like I'm not saying don't get anything, but it's not that cool. Think logically first. If you're not, you know, at the point that you want to be in terms of business, why are you spending so much money? Spending money on going out for your with your mom for breakfast, etc. That's a good expense. Or if you're buying like video games, that's a liability. Really, it's a liability because it's taking your time out constantly. If something is an investment, it brings time back in, it brings the money back in, buy it. If something is a liability, it brings time back out, money back out constantly, don't buy it. And if it's something is an expense, it's a one time thing, good, bro. You know, if it's justified, if it makes sense for you and your life, great. But don't just spend for spending because people aren't thinking like this. If you start thinking like this with $10, you start thinking like this with 100, you start thinking like this with 1,000, 100,000. Imagine what type of business owner you would be. The way that you would buy stock, the way that you would buy anything. It's all about the principle. If you can carry this out for $10 businesses, 100, $1,000 dropshipping businesses, you can expand the principles to something so much larger. That's why this video is so long. But may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. I know this is long, but I just wanted to put everything I know. So please subscribe, inshallah. Like I really worked hard for you guys this one. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us an increase in rizq. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us an increase in our business. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. I love you, Habibi. Stay well.